on the radio Friday night. I'm thinking that we just might run away to some place we can be who we are.
Boys, I'll have my hands full with groceries, so you need to carry the pizzas, okay?
Sure thing, Miss Melnit.
Thanks, Mrs. Melnitz. Nostalgia is my favorite pizza place.
Oh, you're welcome, boys.
Let's eat downstairs and play video games.
Oh, boys, there's already so much violence in the world. What with that mass shooting over in Truth or Consequence just the other day? You know, I read in the news that video games cause violent behavior. Why don't you watch a movie with your father and I instead? We rented Conan the Destroyer and Rambo First Blood for the weekend.
Mom, we're not even playing a violent game. It's a mystery game.
Yeah, this game discourages fighting because of how dangerous fighting is in it. If we want to win, we gotta figure out the mystery without unnecessary confrontation.
Yeah, Mom. We've always found that overly wrought combat mechanics tend to distract from us actually playing the game. Overemphasizing combat rule sets can lead to less player agency, since we try to solve everything with the tools placed in front of us. If the only tool in your tool belt's a hammer, everything looks like a nail, Mom.
Okay. But you boys don't stay up too late. And bring your dishes up when you're done with the pizza.
Yes, ma'am.
That was close.
Nah, I can play video games whenever I want, especially on Friday nights.
So what are we gonna play?
We've got to finish Cardiff Hunters, duh. We just saved before that part where you have to drive Throckmorton's Corvette through the woods to get to Cardiff's dig site.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it's so cool that your brother was able to get Cardiff Hunter's cartridge and the new Nintendo Power Nomicon. It does so much more than a Game Genie. Thanks for letting us borrow him for a couple days.
Yeah, Billy's so cool. He said he saw it at this table tucked away from the main exhibition area at the Dreamlands convention in Taos the other day. He said they had all kinds of weird stuff.
let's play something else. Cardiff Hunters is lame, or at least I don't want to play it with the Power Nomicon.
What? Lame? It's so cool. The Power Nomicon made it so that if I always dodged to the left while swerving around trees, I got infinite black crystals when I reached the dig site. I could use as many spells as I wanted against Cardiff and the horned empath animals.
Really? When I used it, it made Glenn drop a trail of Salisbury steaks behind the Corvette. And then once I got to the dig site, John Jamieson sewed up and used weapons from March Tech to help out.
Wow, that's rad!
Oh, okay, I guess. That does sound cool. You guys can go first. I'm just gonna eat my pizza and watch.
It's your house, Frank. Why don't you go first?
Okay.
If you need to top off your health, make sure to get extra burgers from Johnsy before you leave the Love Shack.
I know.
Oh, and make sure to get fireworks and dynamite from Throckmorton's walk-in gun closet.
I know that. Sweet. Time to drive.
Okay, yeah, this game is cool. I'll admit it. It's not even a driving game, but somehow they nailed the driving even better than Cruisin' USA.
How'd you get Glenn to drop the Salisbury steaks, Freddy?
You have to press the C button 69 times going clockwise.
What? That's a weird number to choose.
I know, right? Like, why not just make it an even number like 70? Hey, Felix, what happened when you played it with the Power Nomicon?
I don't know, dude. I don't think it worked right. Maybe I didn't have the cartridge plugged into the Power Nomicon well enough.
What do you mean? What happened?
I'm being honest. I don't know. The music got all weird, the sky on screen started to flash, and I thought I saw something.
Whoa, that's freaking cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a scene from something they'd show on Dr. Kula's Late Night Horror Bonanza.
No, it made me feel weird. I don't know. Maybe I was just actually sick.
Aw, were you too scared?
Shut up, dude. I'm gonna go drain a lizard.
Do you need mommy to dig my nightlight out of my old baby stuff for you?
Cool. Does that music mean you dodged all the trees to get infinite black crystals?
No, I thought it was because of the Salisbury steak trail. You don't think the thing Felix saw? So cool!
This isn't scary at all. I feel fine.
Yeah, me too, though. Do you think maybe somebody did something to our pizza?
It could be. I mean, I'm not scared, but I do feel...
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Turn it off, dude.
I'm trying to turn it off.
Boys, Did I hear swearing down there?
No, Mrs. Melnitz. We were yelling about forks.
Oh, okay. You boys try to keep it down a little more, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that what you saw?
I don't know, dude. It was definitely the same music, but I don't know what I saw. Or I guess it's like I couldn't understand what I was seeing. It's like it was...
Like it was too much.
Let's play something else, okay?
Oh yeah, my uncle who works for Nintendo got me this new Legend of Zelda game. And it doesn't even come out until next month.
Whoa, so cool. Okay, maybe your uncle really does work for Nintendo.
Yeah, but I still call bullshit on your Canadian girlfriend and touching her boobs.
Okay, we make our way. We have to park. We get to kind of where the silence zone is, I think, and that's when we have to park the car and get out and walk. And so we've got probably a 5 to 10 minute walk. The bear has vacated, and you can see that it's dragged itself. There's like a bunch of blood and maybe some like leftover goo from where the brain horns have been coming out, kind of smeared on the sides of the trees as you guys walk down. And we're going to, I guess as we're going, we're kind of talking about the game plan, because what I'm imagining is that there is this upward hill that you guys were sitting on top of that's pretty forested that looked down upon where the actual dig site, where there's this hole in the ground where they've been digging to try to like kind of make something under there. So, and you said you wanted to go like 9 o'clock
I guess
there then?
I said like 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, but I mean, depending on how big this thing is, I don't know how practical that is.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay. I mean, maybe then we just get like, one long putt apart each.
Okay, a long putt.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 foot.
Yeah, that works. It's kind of arranged around. And as we're setting up, I think what we maybe need to do, sure, we can try to fight the animal army, but I get the feeling that maybe if we take Cardiff down, we don't need to. Mm-hmm. Bertram, can you give us like a countdown on the walkies, and we all just start, anyone who has a gun, even if you're not good at it, we all just fire at Cardiff at the same time.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah. Just start out with that. If we can take him down.
My kind of other thought, I could try to, or one of us, is anybody very sneaky? Because I got this dynamite. We could try to sneak some dynamite back there too.
I am not particularly stealthy.
Baby Glenn, I'm sorry. I'm also not very stealthy.
All right, you know what?
I live my life loud and proud.
I'm enormous.
FP kind of hears everyone saying this stuff, and he's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. 50-50.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know. You could take the dynamite and try to plant it somewhere where you could be ready to shoot.
Yeah.
And maybe that could give you a little bit of cover and maybe give you a bonus on your roll, potentially, to get some dynamite down there.
Yeah, we'll try that and see.
Don't we have the other fireworks that we could?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we could shoot off the fire. Oh!
Bertram, you could shoot off the fireworks from afar.
Sure.
And be kind of telling us where things are, I guess. If we wanted to.
That works for me.
Kind of distraction,
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
It's such a good idea.
Thanks,
Okay.
Game Mom.
Oh,
Glenn.
Glenn Mom.
I'm Mom.
Playing you against yourself.
So you'll sneak around there and then maybe do some dynamite stuff or something, and then we all shoot?
Yep, I think so.
Plan? Okay.
Yep.
Also,
I
as an
think so.
FYI, Edgar is not going to shoot.
He's going to punch? What's he going to do?
No, he has his barbed wire bat and his whip.
Okay.
And so, like...
He's probably going to run at
and,
him.
like, honestly, like, if you didn't want to do, like, the firework thing, if you just be like, Edgar, go,
Yeah.
Like, you would probably run like Leroy Jenkins style.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's still like a reasonable maybe way to do it. Because what we could do is I could fireworks, you run in and start beating the shit out of some of these animals. And then we kind of start shooting things down. I guess the question is, what's everyone going to be aiming for with that?
Will you re-describe what we see as we come back up on this?
Yeah. So we get up to the that same sniper kind of almost bluff that we were at, that we saw, and there's a nice big old pine tree sitting at the top of this hill that then kind of comes down from the excavated area, and we're all behind it. We see Bertram put his eye thing. What is that called? His scope.
Spotter scope.
His spotter scope to his eye, and he describes the situation. And the situation is that it looks like Cardiff had been trying to operate the backhoe and had been digging and is actually like inside of the backhoe right now, but has somewhat given up, and you can see him kind of sobbing in the backhoe itself. And the animals have kind of reaccumulated around him with this same amount of tin, coyotes, this wolf, the bear. There's a bunch of squirrels and rats and stuff, and they all have they show the same kind of horn-like brain matter protrusions that's sticking out. It's all glistening in what is this twilight setting sun. In the background, we see the sun setting over all of these trees, and it's throwing this kind of orange red. And you guys can see, once Bertram points it out, that you really have Cardiff like sobbing uncontrollably inside of this backhoe, and these animals are kind of around him, almost like they're worshiping in front of him. And that's what it looks like. They're probably all spread out in like a 30-yard, maybe 20-yard radius circle around this backhoe. And then the back end of this is also excavated out. So it's almost like somebody took a hill and scooped out a part of the hill. So the other side too, you could come around and kind of climb down. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It's almost like an amphitheater dug into the side of a hill kind of thing.
Yeah, it does kind of look like an amphitheater it really does strike you. Actually, it's a really good analogy, because it does strike you as an amphitheater, especially because you've got this splayed out group of animals all making these weird throaty noises like and you can just every once in a while hear the sobs of him being like, you hear every once in a while just something go up. It's one of those big mouths kind of coming and going in his chest. As this beautiful sunset happens. So I think we see then Bertram runs off, is this right? To the northern side of things.
Yeah.
And is getting ready a couple of these big mortars to fire off. I think Glenn has what is just like a pistol out ready to start shooting.
Are we all aiming for Cardiff, or what do we do? Do you think we kill one of the animals, or that bear was pretty fucking scary?
Not John.
Baby, I think we gotta get John. I mean, those little animals were crawling toward him earlier. Like, listen, baby, I know he's your boy. I love John too. I actually don't know John. I don't really care, but I love John too. And how about this? When we whip around in a circle, I'll try to take out as many animals as I can. I mean, the vet's red, so like a little blood ain't gonna hurt anything. And then we just start blasting at Cardiff.
So we're actually gonna like Corvette into the
we could throw the do we want to
fuck
yeah,
love that.
Launch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna take the vet.
Okay.
And
The three of us are fucking getting in the vet. Okay.
We're like Thelma and Louising into
So we're gonna have the fireworks go off, and then like once they do and everyone like turns their head, that's when we
we fucking launch off, and we're gonna and then we're gonna see So, and then the game plan would be we launch it at them, right? I think.
So the game plan would be we launch the vet at them, and then we just start fucking shooting, huh? And then obviously some of us swinging.
I'll get in position. You guys do the Corvette. I'll be snuck up behind Cardiff. How's that sound?
Yeah, and then you can blow them up or whatever. That sounds good.
Perfect.
Oh, so you're gonna get out, and then
and then us three, we're gonna fucking Thelma and Louise and Thelma it.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Cool.
I gather everyone around, and I hold my hand out, and I channel my Truman or my Fruman a little bit, and I kind of wait. I'm like, hands in, guys, hands in. Come on.
Hedger goes bottom and top.
Qua, qua, qua.
Quack. Are you speaking French? Quack.
All right, quack.
Okay.
We'll do quack. 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 Quack, quack,
All right.
quack,
Quack, quack, quack, quack, quack, quack,
Quack.
Charlatan.
And then, of course, all the animals hear us and come after us.
Yes, and now they attack and they have initiative.
They're like, where the fuck did these ducks come from?
Roll initiative.
Where did these ducks come from?
Fucking French ducks.
FP, do you want to give us like a sign or something when you're ready, or
I'll
do you
just
want to
give
just
you,
wait a couple minutes, or what do you
I'll
think?
give you a little shave and a haircut with squawks on our walkie-talkies. Quack, 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 quack,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then Bertram, you're gonna fire off your shit, and then we're gonna take this fucking vet right into the goddamn bear's head and start killing.
Yeah, Glenn, baby. I knew I liked you.
I've got the bloodlust.
Sounds good. So can you give me that stealth?
Yep.
That doesn't look promising. Your
I'm wondering
face?
how much luck I want to spend.
Honestly, just push it.
What's your stealth?
It's 50. All right.
Push the
Yeah.
roll.
Okay. Ride or die.
Oh, come on.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Okay, because this is gonna have big consequences for
fuck.
stuff.
One went off, but I'm keeping it because it's a 40 motherfucking 4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oof, that was close.
Yeah, it was really close. Because that could have fucked everything up. Cool. I think what we see then is Bertram takes off and we hear him trundle away. And then the three of us are sitting in the car and we're just like, I know Glenn is just like staring at his handgun, like, what the fuck am I doing right now with my life? I've never done anything like this before. Kind of psyching himself up.
Okay, Glenn, you can kill something. You can kill something. You can kill something.
He's like sweating profusely, I think, at this point. His strawberry blonde hair is matted to his head, and his pinstripe suit that he's wearing is like truly, getting wet.
Edgar is hunched over. You just see enormous shoulders, like the bellows for like a blacksmithery.
Yeah, like
And he's still just sobbing.
Yeah.
And less like, John. I think that he just continues to sort of like do that until we get the sign.
yeah, like getting ready to rage like Carlock.
He's gonna eat his soul coin.
Yeah, it needs a soul coin.
I think Dr. Rock, he turns off the Armageddon soundtrack and he pops back in that Van Halen tape, and it's just the like dun, 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 like the drum start of Hot for Teacher again, and he just turns it up all the way, and I think he's just like, yeah, baby, let's go.
And then like the car goes down.
Yeah, that's right. So in that moment then...
Or maybe it's jump.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
it's
can
jump is
understand.
on. I think so. He turns on jump.
Wait, do you do it like right when the fireworks go off that you just like...
We see, like, I look through my little scope. I see FP make it, plant the dynamite. He does his quack, 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 quack. what does he do?
Yeah,
Shaving
it just
haircut,
like
yeah.
clicks the... So I'm not actually quacking, I'm
Yeah.
just like clicking
Clicking
the
the-
button.
okay.
So that-
And I go, 1, 2, 3, and I light off the fireworks.
And I see the fireworks go in the sky, and I go, buckle up, boys, that's the signal. And I crank it, and I'm just like, yeah! And like, literally just like foot on the gas, and I'm just like, fucking go.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, love.
Okay. Okay. We see then this sight of the thump, thump, thump as like these fireworks go up. And I think Cardiff doesn't notice what exactly is going on. I think the bear, though, you hear the as the bear kind of looks up in the air and tracks what looks like these like lights coming up.
It's just Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
So I was thinking Tim Allen based on that sound.
There is this moment of like silence because again there's no birds or anything, right? So it's truly like after the whoomp 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 of the mortars going up, it's pure silence. And then there's the huge like as Van Halen just fucking turns the fuck up and we hear the car engine just roar to life and we go flying over that hill. So Throckmorton, can you give me a drive to try to aim this bitch?
I have a request after this
Sure.
roll.
And then Jimmy, why don't you tell me where FP is too at this point?
Okay, so I mean, if he he's sitting in the cab of the excavator.
Yeah, Cardiff is sitting in the cab of the excavator.
So what I imagine is, FP's kind of gotten around behind. He does his clicks on the thing.
Yeah, because you got a critical success with this, so I'm allowing, right? Well, if it's a 44, right? Yeah.
So what FP does is he... Actually, so what I would like to do is I get in position. I do kind of the like... on the thing. As soon as the fireworks go off and all the animals look, I kind of sneak over, like quickly, kind of like crouch run to the excavator, pretty nimbly like scramble up on like the tracks. And go over to the cab. And what I actually want to do is, I don't know, maybe like just toss a pebble or something on the far side of the cab, which, I mean, they're small. Like, it's enough for like one person to fit in, but just to get them to look the other way. Are there any of those mouths open?
So as you're approaching, you're still hearing he's like, I can't stop. And I think you toss the pebble, and there's a reaction of Cardiff almost doesn't even notice, but one of the mouths looks over at where the pebble was at, like opens up towards it, and then you hear it say something.
Oh, great.
It says, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? And then it kind of tries to stretch almost as if it's like trying to get out of Cardiff at where you threw it. There's like a moment there where this mouth is like reaching out.
Okay.
And if in that moment you wanted to try to do something.
Yeah, I want to take that little skin tattoo out of like my back pocket, grab Cardiff like by the like over his forehead, like yank his forehead back, and then just stuff that thing in his mouth and then hop away as fast as I can.
Has his head grown back?
Yeah, so what you grab is a head that is missing a large chunk of the side of its like skull.
Oh, okay.
But the damage looks like that's okay though. The damage looks like though it's slowly re-knitting itself.
Yeah.
You would notice that there's a couple corpses of small animals, almost as if the mouths have been feeding on some of the small animals that came towards it since you guys left. So I'm going to have you now roll an unarmed, and I'm going to give you, though, a plus 40 on your unarmed because you had that critical success and you've snuck up on him.
Okay. That's a 17 on a modified 80. Or wait,
great.
No.
So you...
Yeah, it is 17. I thought it was 11 for a second.
Yeah,
no, 17.
You grab his head and pull it back. You can see like inside the sinuses of the left side of his face, right?
Yeah.
Like you can see like mucosal lining dripping. You can see like chunks of flesh, tattered flesh from this shot. But the thing is that it's re-knitting itself in this black-green fungating stuff, almost as if it's reforming, but in like a rotten way.
Sure.
Similar to like what's on the outside of these mouths as they're grabbing at things. You rolled a what?
17.
Oh yeah. He rolls a fucking 98. So, and there's just the opposed roll is not anything at all. You're able to shove it in his mouth, and he's like, what is that? And you stick it in his mouth. As you do that, we're gonna do two things. A, you're gonna give me a grip roll, and then B,
That's... Oh, damn it. Okay, I would have passed, but I lost. So 47 on a 44.
okay, that's gonna be a 1d4 for seeing this gnarly sight. No, it's not terrible because you've already seen him get shot.
3.
Cool. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do is roll me a hum int, and then I'm going to ask you to spend something for me.
That's a fail.
Okay.
91.
Oh, a 91. Okay. You shove it inside his mouth, and he starts choking on it and seems really confused by it. You see that knitting that's happening on the side of his face does look like it actually kind of slowed down a little bit. You were seeing his like sinus cavity with like the bony prominence and all the, the pink lining inside of it and all that had been knitting up with this black-green kind of goo, this fungating stuff that smells fucking horrific, right? It smells like the inside of a sinus cavity, which smells really, really bad.
Infected.
But infected, kind of that purulence. It starts knitting a lot slower, and you notice that the mouths themselves seem to have kind of turned their attention towards you. There's 3 of them now, and they have slowed down, though. You get the feeling that you have maybe done something to Cardiff, but you haven't fully succeeded in freezing him in place, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna say though that's the turn, and that for you, and then we get back to the car crashing. Does that sound okay? Is there anything else you wanted to do with your kind of surprise turn there?
I mean, just get away as fast as I can, but it sounds like that's not an option right now. So
yeah, I think you're gonna have to run after this. So
Yeah.
Okay, car. What happened with our drive roll?
So I rolled a 38 on a 20 because, as anything in Throckmorton's life, he's overly confident in all of his abilities.
Sure, of course,
They're
of course,
actually
of
all
course.
very low.
Of course.
But he spends 18 luck, and his luck now is 3 because he had 21.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep. And I think what he does is that it's a stick shift naturally. It's a manual. And I think he's in neutral and he's like revving. And then he's like, oh, fuck, hold on. And he opens the glove box and he pulls out like fingerless leather driving gloves.
Hell yeah.
And he slides those on real quick. Now we're ready, baby. And then he is revving it and he like whips it into second and just fucking blasts off. Like he's not even first. He's skipping a gear. He's going straight in. Yeah, and he's like...
I mean, you're going
it's
downhill.
go time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, go time.
Okay. So we see this car kind of... Oh, well, question. Are you going up the hill to launch yourself down, or are you going
Yes, 100%.
So we're going to go up and then launch down.
We're not going
into
downhill. We are
going
flying
off
off
the
of a
cliff, like right around the tree to go.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Excellent. What we're going to do then is that there are rules, I think, for car crash stuff, but...
We're not crashing. We're landing.
We're landing, right. Well, are we... Well, I guess it's my other question, though, with a successful drive. Are you trying to crash the car into anything specifically to ram it?
No, I am trying to launch off, land, and then I want to, like, whip around, like, almost like pulling the e-brake, like, whipping around, and I'm just, like, running over as many animals as I can.
Cool.
While fucking Jump is playing.
Sweet. Sick. Okay. I think what happens then is we see...
Roll fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So when, again, depending on how Brady rolled, Edgar wanted to do a thing. And that thing is, as we like did whatever, and as we're like going down the embankment, he wanted to hop on the hood.
Oh,
and so he wanted to like hop on and then jump off. I think he's feeling this Throckmorton fishtail whip.
Yes.
I think that he wants to jump on the hood and then like anticipating he's gonna like fishtail into something, and then like Edgar's gonna jump maybe on the black bear.
On the
like,
black bear and
something
start
like that.
beating the shit out of it. Cool.
Yeah.
Again, what's sitting down there is a couple groups of coyotes, a bunch of fucking squirrels and rats and shit, one wolf and one bear. Is there anything you want to specifically aim with it? I would say that it makes a lot of sense to try to wipe out some of the coyote stuff potentially.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the packs.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. With your successful drive, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll. Do you have a 1d10 on you by chance?
I do, yes.
Can you roll me a 1d10? And that's going to be what we get rid of.
Also, as you do that, do you want me to roll something for the hood thing?
Yeah, why don't... what do you think you should roll for that?
Dex?
Yeah, Dex is probably good. That or Athletics, depending on whichever one you... Athletics would work too.
My Dex is a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's
it's
fine.
50 versus 30. I'll do whatever you want.
Just do your Dex. That's fine.
That is an 5 on the
Oh, fuck yeah.
30
okay.
of...
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, so describe that, and then Brady... Tell me how many you hit and describe how you hit them at the car.
So what I'm envisioning is like as we like take off and sort of like have this like in air moment where might as well jump, and then like we're hovering once we hit and then start like picking up speed towards the animals. That's when Edgar like unbuckles his seatbelt, just sobbing, just and then just like pushes off the armrest and hops onto the hood.
And as I see Edgar jump out, I think I look at him and I like give him the shaka. Hell yeah, baby. And I'm just like whipping, and I rolled a 5. So I hit at least a pack of coyotes.
We see the car just like smear 5 of these. 5 of the like 10 or so coyotes that are sitting there, and then a bunch of the rats and a bunch of the squirrels. There is that fun, sickening pop as the car goes over all of these things, and it's like...
I know exactly what
Yep.
memory you are invoking,
Yeah,
and
the
I fucking
pigeon
hate that.
we ran over
God
in
damn
the
it.
parking garage of
Gross.
the med school. It goes from the car hitting the ground and spinning to where you're like, wow, this is out of control, to being like, wow, this is really out of control, because now it's like spinning on the gore made by these zombie creature things, and it's like, and we can hear that.
Yeah.
Weirdly, there's no like howling from these things, but what everybody does hear is whispers coming from all of the animals' mouths. It's like, And so I am going to ask everybody to take a gripple for that, all three of us. And Bertram's just fucking chilling, so.
36 for me. It's
Bertram's
passed.
just watching through the scope.
Glenn loses 1 sanity, or 1 grip for that.
57 on an 83
Okay,
for sanity.
Did you both passed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a 1.
Just a 1.
Just 1 down.
Do you want me to roll on that too, or
No, I think you've heard that already come out of
what do you want to do? So
Uh-oh.
within like the last hour, that's 5 for me.
If your next break point, or if you hit 5 all at once, we'll count it.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And then I guess what I will say is Glenn's going to try to pop off a shot at the black bear, because I think that's this thing that's scaring him the most. Because
Are you still in the car with me?
Yeah, I'm in the car. Edgar
Fuck
jumped
yeah.
out. Yeah, you and I are sitting in the car, and I'm just like holding on for
Wait,
dear
do
life.
I get my first swipe? So if
Yeah,
we've
you
done
can get
like
your first
the
swipe
skid
too.
and then
Yeah,
do I
I'm
get
gonna
mine?
Yeah,
give
beat
you.
the shit out of that black bear.
I'm gonna get everybody's dexterity, but each of us. So roll your melee for that. Oh fuck yeah! Glenn just rolled a critical success. God, I hope that's a fucking hit.
I think that Edgar, like as the thing was getting ready to go in, he would do the whip, and then as he jumped off, he would do the
Yeah.
swipe. So like
Okay.
a whip swipe. And so I put in my special skills whip. So I have a 50 in whip.
Cool. We'll do. Let me make sure that is a critical success on Glenn. Although I'm not sure why I gave Glenn 50 in firearms, but that is what he has. So
I'm also happy to do this as like a combo. So
I think you want to do. We'll do whip. So whatever you rolled was for your whip attack, and then we'll go another round, and you can start beating the shit out of them.
That's a 30 on a 50 for my whip.
Cool. Do we know what your whip does? Have we said how much damage it does?
Nope.
Cool. What do you think?
I've
it
only
would do?
used it to test sound barriers.
What? How much damage do you
Probably just like maybe like a 1 or a 2, but I think it would provide advantage more than it would do damage.
Okay, that sounds good. What happens when you whip them? When you whip the bear? Because I think we're both going after the bear. Because I just fucking shot the shit out of it.
I think he went like straight for the snout, and so like I think it like squarely hits sort of bridge of nose, eyes, and so I think the bear then recoils and sort of like hunches up and doesn't move, and so that's probably why whatever happens next.
how much does a small knife do?
A small knife does.
I thought there was
Also, and that could also be my turn.
Yeah, it's probably going to be your turn. Oh, they all do like around 1d4. So why don't
Okay.
you roll me a club, a nightstick, baton does 1d6. So that seems like reasonable.
2.
Cool. So you do 2 damage. Glenn, okay, I have 2 Glenn sheets. One is from way long ago when we played the barge thing, and then one is from not so long ago.
the orgy barge.
Yeah, the Orchie barge. I have it because I still have Shaggy's picture, like cartoon Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. That Glenn has 50 in handguns. Other Glenn has 30. I feel like 30 makes more sense, don't you think?
I thought the backstory was that he was like into guns for some weird like nature reason.
You're right, because he was from Idaho. He was like a senator that lived out. Okay, he has 50. Cool. That means he critically hits. So Glenn fires off a shot. I think what happens is we see Edgar whip, grab the snout. The thing is still just like, but then it closes around it, and it seems like stunned, and it starts swiping at the whip itself. And in that moment, in the spin of the car, we see Glenn square up, and there's this like second where everything stops, and he just fires off one shot, and it goes straight into the fucking muzzle of this mouth of the bear. Hits it, and we see like its fucking front of its muzzle fly off, bone and blood splatter everywhere. And the thing's just like doesn't change really though, right? It's still just clawing and trying to grab at the whip and going. So with that, what's everybody's dexterity?
50.
55.
70.
Bertram, what's yours?
55.
So we're going to have kind of what is a surprise round in my mind. And so the next person who goes is JT. John Thomas Throckmorton. So what are you doing in this car? You've whipped it around and crushed a bunch of shit. Everything is kind of like in surprise staring at us, I imagine. All of these animals.
Man, I wish I had like separate stats for John Thomas. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
that would be sick.
I think like after running over that pack of coyotes, mid-drift, Throck puts on the glasses and the mustache. One hand is on, the e-brake's going, and I think he just kind of slips them on, and he slips into John Thomas, and he goes, "Oh, What a delightful day. Well, shall we? I think he grabbed an AK-47, and then he also packed his favorite gun, which is his Desert Eagle, which is a 50 cal handgun, and I think he pulls it out. And how close is he to Cardiff?
At this point, you're probably, we'll say you're like 30 yards from Cardiff, 30, somewhere 40 yards from Cardiff.
Okay, and I think he would like to take a shot at Cardiff.
Sounds good. Roll me your firearms and let's see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, if my skills are the same, then yeah. It's an 84 and a 20, so no.
Okay. Pops off a shot. It kind of goes wide, and we hear the ping as it pings off of Cardiff's backhoe thing that he's in. So next up, we're going to say is Bertram. You're kind of out there. What I was imagining you were, well, what do you want to do?
So, I mean, what his original plan was to kind of like watch from above and be like sort of like a spotter. So, and then like he has a gun. If things come down to it and they seem dire, he can try to like shoot from above, I feel like, for maybe a bit of an advantage, but I don't know that we're there yet.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
So I think he's like looking around and like he's, I think, looking for where Cardiff is probably.
Okay. And trying to give some help.
Trying to give like some help because
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're trying to get to Cardiff.
What I'm going to say is that you're kind of talking into the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
And so we'll give people a plus 20% on attacking Cardiff from that because you're directing people.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. FP, you're up.
So like I say, my thing at this point is I kind of just want to get space between me and Cardiff's mouths. So I probably try to like hop down from the excavator, just like straight out of the cab, over the tracks, down to the ground. Is there anything, like any of the animals there that are going to get me immediately?
No, because you're on the backside of the excavator and they were kind of all towards the front, and you can hear the scrambling, the weirdly silent scramblings of these things and the whisperings as they're like coming around, but nothing's seen you. So what do you want to do with that? You can kind of scramble down. Anything else you want to do? Or where do you want to be? Where do you want to end up?
Do I have any of the, I guess I have like the Roman candles on me, right?
Yeah, I think I think Glenn gave you some dynamite too.
Okay.
Well, you put the dynamite on the excavator.
I didn't. I had texted Sam about this, that was the plan, but FP still hadn't actually given up on Cardiff yet, which is why instead of just planting the dynamite sneakily and getting away, he tried to sneak up on Cardiff and shove that sigil in his mouth, but it didn't fix him. And FP's like, well, I don't have any more of those, and I don't have time to like figure this shit out, so I'm sorry, Cardiff. I gave it my best shot. So I guess what I want to do is probably like jump out of the thing and just try to quickly like toss a stick of, I guess, dynamite that Glenn gave me into the cab.
That sounds good. If you want to do that, you can give me an athletics roll to try to toss it.
Okay. Ooh, 49 on a 50.
Nice. Okay,
Hell
so,
yeah.
so tell me what that looks like, and I'm going to look up how much that damage that is.
So FP had just like shoved this thing into Cardiff's mouth. He's like looking at the like mouths start to turn away from the pebble that I threw to distract them back towards me, but more sluggishly, the healing of his face and his open, like gross green black fungoid sinuses has slowed down, and I'm like, oh shit, that didn't stop things like I hoped it would. And I kind of just, I guess almost even just like hop backwards, kind of like no look hop out the back, and like reach into this pack that I'm carrying, the bag that I got from the guy, the sniper, and pull out a stick of dynamite, and I pull out the lighter that I just always have on me, my Zippo. I do the cool like flip open and like light it, and then just like light the stick of dynamite and just like chuck it, and then try to run away, or maybe even just like drop down, try to whatever, because I'm not that far from this stick of dynamite that's about to go off.
Yeah, so give me a lethality roll.
Also, how does this work with like the dexterity stuff? So like, is all this happening at once? And so like, is Edgar gonna do something while that's happening?
Kind of. It goes in order. And so like, it's not really ever clear to me in Delta Green rules. We've never resolved whether that all happens at once. But in general, the way it works is the turns are based on your dexterity.
And so that full thing happens.
Yeah, because it's only supposed to be a small amount of time where you get to do something and then somebody else does something. And so it's like light dynamite, jump backwards, throw, and that's your whole like turn. And then,
but it hasn't landed.
Yeah, well, it'll land and we're gonna roll, and then why is there something you specifically want to do? There's not like I don't know. So what do you want to do?
If we had like, if with the critical had like completely fucked over the bear and like the bear is incapacitated, we're like through the whatever, Edgar's move off of like being on the hood of the car would be to like jump and like maybe bear hug Cardiff.
Oh,
which
the bear's
is kind of
not,
like
the bear's still like kicking. It's like screaming and stuff. Or not screaming, but it's still like moving around.
Oh, so incapacitated or like no?
Oh no, it's like gonna fight and stuff. Like it got its
Okay.
snout blown off, but it's still going for things.
All right, we're good.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want Edgar to die, but that's what he would do.
Yeah, and I
If
think
the
the
bear was
reality
dead.
though is that he probably wouldn't. I don't know how that would. I don't really have no idea how that would play out because I think like you are supposed to take your turns in order.
Yeah.
All right, give me a lethality roll for that.
19. I don't, whatever
Cool.
that means.
So the lethality roll of the lethality of a hand grenade is 15%. So you don't outright kill with that, but you do a total of 10 damage to Cardiff. And so now you have done a total of what, 21 damage to Cardiff? And is that right? Yeah, that is. So what we see then is an explosion inside there, and you see pieces of Cardiff go flying outwards. There is an arm that goes flying off. There is the explosion, and there is this kind of inhuman scream of just like, and then it's joined by like a chorus of 3 or 4 other ones. I would say, FP, can you give me a luck roll too to see if you are able to dodge the damage out of there?
Oh, 22.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Tell me how that happens.
Were there any animals behind? Actually, no, you know what? FP like hops back, and because he, like I say, he kind of no-look hopped out of this thing, and he probably didn't jump as far as he did. I'm imagining this is like not one of those mini excavators, but like a kind of a standard sized excavator. And so he hops, maybe like catches his foot on the edge of the track, slips and falls, and he's like laying on his back when he chucks it in there, and then he just like rolls and like huddles up like right next to the track. He's basically like hiding in almost what would be the equivalent of a wheel well on this excavator track, and the cab blows up above him and the tracks shield him from the blast, and then he tries to like scramble away.
Sure. I think you are shielded perfectly from the blast. We see this arm of Cardiff go flying off. We hear the screams of things. It's really the only thing outside of the that each animal is kind of chanting under its breath. So then Glenn, Edgar, and all the animals act at the same time. So what's Edgar doing? Because I think Glenn's going to take a shot at the bear, quite honestly. I think Glenn's going to have a hard time trying to shoot at Cardiff, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Where in the context of this stuff happening is the dynamite going off?
The dynamite is going off inside the cab of the backhoe or inside the operator seat, right? And so I'm imagining right now you've got the ravine area, you've got the car that smashed things that's spun around, and then you've got all of these animals that are turned and are about ready to start pouncing, and then you've got the actual excavator itself, and then FP is kind of on the other side of that, and the excavator the explosions are happening in the cab there. Does that make sense?
Well, didn't you say the car was within like 30 yards?
Yeah, 30, 40 yards, yeah. And the kill radius on the grenades is like 10 meters. So we'd be feeling some of that, but I don't know how many.
It'd be like 12 yards or something, if that, maybe 11.
Yeah. So I think that maybe
but
some like
I guess
squirrels and rats
like
get killed.
So it's either like in the cab, and so like you're gonna shoot glass around.
There's for sure like glass flying around and shit.
Well, so would like this just end the turn though, kind of?
What do you mean?
So like geographically in the cab, and per the rules as I understand it, temporally this is done now, and y'all are doing your turns based on like the thing that just happened.
And so I kind of think that it should start over, because like a fucking stick of dynamite just blew up and shot the cab of like glass and a bunch of shit everywhere. Like that shit's gonna go 30 yards. Like lethality radius is like sure, but like you're gonna get fucked up by like we made a sparkler bomb and put it inside like a washing machine, and it blew that shit like 150 feet in the air. Like it took like 15 seconds for the top of the washer to fall down.
Yeah. So what do you mean? You think the turn should start over again?
So like again, if we're doing this in order, he throws the dynamite explodes. And then if we're within 30 yards of that, like I think that everyone would just be sort of collectively blown back, and then everyone has to come to, and then you would start over. Because I don't think that like we're just gonna like continue fighting in like the setting of like a stick of dynamite going off within, again, like not a super
I'll put it to you guys. If we start over though, that means that like you don't get a turn, and we would start with JT again.
I mean, you could make an argument that this is Throckmorton's questionable dynamite. So maybe it doesn't actually like explode with the force of full dynamite. He got it from an army surplus store or some kind of, backwoods
fine.
deal.
No, Doc Throck has full gumption dynamite.
Does he? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because if we start over, though, that means that it goes back to John Thomas.
We restart.
I mean, I don't love not getting to do anything. I'm just trying to like, again,
I mean,
if
you
you're
also
within
just
like 30
blasted
yards of a.
off a cliff in a Corvette
Into-
to jump.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy
I think
either way.
I think there's room for a bit of like hand waving as far as like how big is the blast radius for dynamite.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
with the lethality being 12 or whatever, for you to feel it to go 30 doesn't seem that.
Where'd you place it again? Was it in the mount? Did you put it in
No,
the mount?
I just
Well,
chucked it in the cab, so it's like contained
Chucked
in the
it.
cab of this thing. The other argument that you could make is if the open door of the cab is facing south towards me, most of the blast would be directed that way. The other thing is that the arm of the excavator would be shielding the blast that's going in your direction. So most of the force is going to be directed south, or I guess north, towards me. And so all that glass showering, if you imagine the arc of the debris field that's blocked by the arm of the excavator, it's going to be a pretty wide angle. So all that's going to mostly go around you guys.
I
would
love
say
that
that-
you are humoring me on this because I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't understand how this is going to happen. You're just like, here's how it happens. And I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
I think-
God
again, my-
damn,
if
thank
it's-
you.
My dad
Yeah.
like had a construction company when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I grew up like climbing on excavators. I am seeing this very like real life from my own personal experience. So I haven't ever blown off stuff with dynamite, but like that's how excavators are built and work.
Yeah.
It helps.
100%.
So
I would say, yeah, the glass blows out, and I think it goes one direction. I don't know if it's like a radius so much as it is just like a single
explodes
direction.
outwards. Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to restart or not? That's my question.
No, because if that's the thing, then Edgar, like, then we can sort of like jump Zangief style towards the bear, swinging the bat.
Okay, cool. Give me your unarmed for that, or give me your melee weapons for that.
That's a 30 on a 30.
Okay, describe that, and then roll a 1d8 and add 2 to that.
So I think that as the glass is sort of V'ing out around the bucket of the excavator, like that's sort of the path that Hedgar is jumping. And so sort of Zangief, hairy chest, leather vest, leather pants, like he's just flying towards like the bear. As he gets like within distance, he has like the whip in one hand that he had already cracked, and then like now he has his like bat with like wrapped with barbed wire, and just like does like a barrel like alligator death roll and just like swings the bat and just smacks the bear in the face.
Sick.
And then what am I rolling?
You're gonna roll a 1d8. You're gonna add 2 to it.
It's only a 1, so 3. He does this awesome thing and kind of only nicks him.
Yeah, and smashes. I mean, where do you want to hit the bear? Like in the side of the head, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, where we had caused the most damage, like he would probably go
Into
there.
the
So, like,
snout
we had
itself.
like fucked up the snout. And,
Yeah, I think we see the spiked bat smash further into this blown out snout, and you can hear the crunch of the as the bones in the jaw rips off, and the thing still is just like and starts swiping at you, we'll say. I think Glenn is going to fire off a shot, and Glenn fires wildly missing. And now it's time for everything else. So Bear's going to attack. Holy shit, are you fucking kidding me? Bear like critically fails. So it's 98's not a critical failure, so it just fails. I think the bear's confused because it's got this fucking bat in its face, and it starts swiping at Edgar, but swipes kind of blindly because it can't see. We see its like eye is hanging out now by a socket, and it's just whispering to itself. Starts swiping and kind of falls down on all fours. We hear the gunshot go off again, and that kind of spooks it. And then I'm gonna have one of the gray wolves, or the gray wolf that's there, dashes towards the Jesus. Okay, there's 3 of us here. So Maisie, Brady, and me, we each need to pick a number between 1 and 3, and I'm gonna roll because this thing just did a 69.
What?
So I'm gonna go
Even
1.
though I'm whipping it in the car.
Yeah, because it's gonna pick one of us to pounce on. So everybody, so 3, I choose 1. So Brady, you get 2. Great. It goes straight for Doc Throckmorton.
No!
Okay. Cool. So it jumps in, and you see it just like it's going, and it jumps off, takes off, jumps into the car, and is able to get to the seat behind Glenn, and it just fucking bites down on Throckmorton's neck, doing 6 damage in total.
Ah. Shit.
We see it bite down, and it grabs like your trapezius muscle and just rips. And you see raw meat hanging out there in his right shoulder.
We got EJ, but not IJ.
Yeah, I got EJ, but not IJ. And blood is starting to pour out of there. And I think Glenn's like,
Oh, holy fuck.
You're John Thomas at this point, right?
oh yeah, it's John
I am
Thomas.
John Thomas.
Yeah.
So I think John responds, "Oh, good bite, old boy." And he's like, "At least it wasn't the face. Thank you." Can John roll some medicine to maybe just try to stop the bleeding?
That would be a turn. So if you wanted to do that
Okay.
turn, you're not like bleeding out right now because how much?
But that was 6 damage.
Yeah. How much?
So I went from 10 to 4.
Oh, I think it's 2.
So I lost over half my damage.
No, it's when we go to 2, right?
It's when you go to 2. I think it's when you go to
That's
2.
when I'm like.
That's when you have to roll a
incapacitated.
constitution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Also, we made up these rules.
Yeah, whatever. We're doing the rules on our own. We made up the thing about the explosion. This works too. 2 is when you roll for a con. So
Yeah, so I think I take my hand and I'm holding the side of my neck, but I'm still a hand on the wheel. I'm fucking whipping this bitch.
okay, cool. And then the last are the swarm of coyotes and like rats and shit. And I think they're gonna go for Edgar. So we're gonna do 1 attack for all of them. They count as something. The way I'm gonna run this is that Edgar, if you attack them, each point of damage kills one of the things in the swarm. So there's like 5 of them. So they just basically have 5 HP and they each represent something. And then they lose a little bit depending on how much they can do. So they hit with a 20. And then they get 2 attacks when they have 5 or more people. And so they also hit with 45. So what I'm going to have Edgar do is for that, we're going to roll 2 1d4s. I can do it real quick. And Edgar takes 5 damage from the, what we see is this coyotes and rats and squirrels swarm kind of roll over Edgar. And they just start biting the shit out of him and climbing up his legs. You have like a squirrel climbing up your legs trying to get to your ball sack from your assless chaps. There's like these coyotes that are snapping like, well, they're actually still not making noises, right? You hear the snapping of jaws, but it's still the
And Edgar is just like swiping at these things, biting at him. He's just like, God damn it, like, get away.
Okay, and then we're back to Throckmorton.
So John Thomas is holding the wound and has the glasses on. I think actually when the bite happens, and he's kind of like fiddling and trying, I think the glasses just kind of fall off into his lap, and he becomes Throck again, and he's like, ow, baby, fuck, ow. And I think he starts like panicking, and he's just like, my neck, and he's like really like losing it. Like he can't, like he's not good with any of this. I think it's his turn to attack.
Yeah, it's his turn to attack or do whatever he wants or drive the car. Or
I think he's gonna
get out of the car, stop the car.
No, I think he's gonna try to keep driving the car, but I think, well, shit. What do I do?
You roll a drive to try and throw the wolf out.
Oh, you could try to throw the wolf out if you wanted to.
I think who's left in the car? Just Glenn.
It's me
right?
and it's me and you.
I think I look at Glenn. Has Glenn gone yet?
No, it's your first.
Okay, I think I say, listen, Glenn, baby, I'm gonna roll this bitch. I'm gonna need you to hop out.
Okay. That sounds good. I think Glenn will try to use his turn to hop out, probably. So.
And I think I want to try to just like roll the vet with Throck in it.
Okay, give me a drive.
Okay. Yeah, so I rolled a 22 on a 20, and I have 3 luck left. And so I'm going to spend 2 luck and go down to 1 luck.
You can't spend luck on a crit fail, though, right?
Yeah, you have to spend the
22.
full.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
So that's
I
a
forgot that
critical
you guys
failure.
do that.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so I critically failed
Great.
that.
So we're going to treat that as you flip the car, but none of us are able to get out necessarily, and we're going to take
Cool.
some car damage here,
Sweet.
including the wolf. So
Yes. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, sure.
I forgot that double numbers were crit.
Yeah, so we see you kind of swerve right, swerve left, and then the car goes wildly out of control. And maybe even you hit something and we hear the wheel pop, and so then it just starts this fucking death roll. Because it's your critical failure
as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you don't really get the chance to jump out. I'm going to give
Yeah.
Glenn the chance to at least jump out of this. Oh, and he rolls a 33 on probably okay. I mean, his dexterity is a 50, so I'm going to count that.
Crit
He gets
success.
to jump
Yeah.
out. Yeah, and then the wolf is going to roll.
I love that.
Holy shit, the wolf rolled a 33 as well. So
Wow.
Throckmorton just kills himself on accident through this. I
Cool.
think.
Sweet.
So the wolf is able to jump out, but I am going to take 1d6 from both of us. So I lose 4 and the wolf loses 5 damage. So we both go flying out from it. We see Glenn kind of flies out and slams his shoulder up against, he actually gets tossed against, we'll say, the excavator. And the wolf goes flying out and smashes its head in the ground. And it looks dazed and Glenn looks pretty dazed. Throckmorton, I need you to roll a 2d6.
Sick.
Shit.
I'm definitely gonna die. Yeah. Oh fuck. I rolled 10.
Oh, well, you lose
well.
10 health points.
So-
So
Yep.
Throcky
So I'm at
died.
-6.
Yeah, I think-
Throck is
is just smashed into. We see the car flip, and it's just smashed into this gory paste as it's flipped over, totally destroyed. And
Can I have like one last moment?
yeah, what's your
where I
last
can
moment
just-
as the car is flipping over? What's Throckmorton think to himself?
I think as Throck is going out, I think that he reflects on all of his moments in the love shack. I think he's thinking about all the guns she shot, all the holes. I think he's thinking just about everything that brought joy to Throck. And I think he knows he tried really hard. And as he goes out, I think he goes, "Tell Johnsy I love him." And yeah, and I think in his head he's just like, "Fuck." And then that's it.
His last thoughts are just fuck.
Yeah.
Why'd I do
He's
that?
like-
I'm so stupid.
Yeah. And I think deep down he's just like, "I never got to say, can you smell what the Throck is cooking?"
Those are his last words.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as he's spinning uncontrollably, he's like, "Tell Johnsy I love him. And don't ever forget. Can you smell what the Throck is cooking?" And I think he just fucking smashes and just, turns into this
gory paste, this brown and red paste.
Fuck, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
next is FP.
Honestly, slow clap for that.
Yeah, that was
Like,
that's a great character death.
He's
This is very much
yeah.
a blaze of glory.
yeah, good. He wasn't long for this world.
No,
really,
he wasn't
Let's be
meant to
honest.
here.
So I think FP is probably like ears ringing from this dynamite going off just like 5 feet away from him. He kind of he's like, all right, pull it together. I gotta finish this off. I think he reaches into his bag, pulls out the shotgun, plants his feet against the like sides of the track and kind of like just pushes back from the track, like sliding on his back with the shotgun pointed up towards the cab, and just fires at Cardiff with the shotgun into the cab. Just like
Okay.
super aggressive, like this has to be over now.
Okay. Give me a firearm.
41 on I'm pretty sure it's higher than 41.
Okay.
Yeah, 41 on a 51. Also, I guess what Bertram's given us like a plus 20, you said?
20%, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 2d8 if I remember
It's
right.
2d8, yeah. So give
Okay.
me a 2d8.
That is a 7.
Excellent. I think what we see is we hear the firing of the shotgun blast, and there is that thing still screaming, "Sarah, you are a..." And there is just a... And then the bear drops to the ground. The wolf that's shaking itself off drops to the ground. All of the squirrels and rats that had been covering Edgar drop to the ground. The coyotes surrounding him snapping mid-snap drop to the ground, and the chanting ends as the last blast, the air clears, and we see that Cardiff's been blasted kind of through his chest. And it looks as though the mouths are sloppily trying to move and then stop moving. And then there is just absolute silence. What I think we should do then is stop here, end it, and then we can end and come in the next. We'll do one small part to finish everything off of dealing with the aftermath of things and coming home. Because I do feel like sometimes when we stop at the end, we never know what to do at the end, so we rush it all together. And this gives us like a good stopping point to be like, what do we want to do, right? To like kind of wrap this up.
Yeah.
I think FP. One last thing, FP probably needs to roll grip because like
I think
he is
so.
very much
think
thinking about like this is all his fault.
Right.
For like burning the house down in the first place. And
I think it's very reasonable for FP to roll grip. And I think Edgar and Bertram and Glenn are going to roll grip when they see the body. Not this time, but next time. You know what I mean? Because I think I think Edgar is going and FP and Glenn and Bertram are going to be freaking the fuck out with actually seeing
Okay.
dead.
Again, finishing the turn though. So that happened and we still have...
I mean, once he's dead, combat's
We
over,
still-
right? So like no longer combat.
Everything
order.
just fell down and is not working anymore. Almost as if a light was flipped off and all of those things. So all of those animals are done. They're just on the ground. Dead, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm dead, but whenever you guys do the last session, I just want to come back and watch, and I'll
that's
just
fine.
sit
Yeah.
in silence and
That's
have a
totally
drink
fine, of
and
course.
watch it all
Yeah.
unfold because
Yeah.
I just want to see what happens. It's been
Honestly, I think part of FP wants to like run over and try to first aid Throckmorton.
Yeah. Well, we
John
won't do
Thomas
that.
is alive, but Throckmorton's dead.
Yeah. For reference, I did pass with a 20. I think FP is like, I'm sorry, John, but also like it had to happen. And in the back of his mind, he's thinking about Garfield. I'm sorry, John. All the horrific memes.
I'm sorry, John. Okay, cool. I'll have you lose one grip for that, though, knowing that. Okay. And then I'm going to stop recording. Did everybody else do all their stuff?